Now please see this next beautiful question, sir. Again a original SSC mains 2017 question. We are discussing some of the very good questions which has come in the examination, and we are making sure that we are solving these questions in the most easiest way possible. Now see here. Your question is, a mixture is composed of 11 parts of pure milk and 2 parts of water. That means, can I say that the ratio of milk and water is 11 parts of milk and 2 parts of water? It is 11:2, right? This is the first statement. If 35 liters of water were added to the mixture, there is a vessel which is having milk and water in the ratio 11:2. This is a mixture because it contains both milk and water. There is another vessel. In this second vessel, it is only water which is present, milk is not present. It is pure water of 35 liters which is present in this second vessel, and these both are added, these both are combined to form a mixture. There will be a new mixture which will be formed. The new mixture will contain twice as much as pure milk as water. That means, when I combine vessel 1 and vessel 2, there will be another vessel which will be waiting to capture the combination of vessel 1 and vessel 2 in this mixture. In this vessel 3, the milk and water will be in the ratio twice as much as pure milk as water. The ratio of milk and water is how much? It will be 2:1. How many liters of pure milk does the original mixture contain? Original mixture contains how many liters of pure milk is the question. Now see here, sir. Again I am repeating, this is an original SSC 2017 mains question. Now see here. Same logic I will implement. Same logic. You can work with either milk parameter or work with water parameter. I will work with the first parameter always as usual, which is my milk parameter. Out of total 11 plus 2, 13 parts. 11 parts belongs to milk. In the second vessel, there is no milk, it is pure water. So this will be 0. In the third vessel, milk is, out of total 2 plus 1, 3 liters. 2 liters belongs to milk. But I don't like to work with fraction. Avoid fraction by taking LCM. Multiply all the 3 values with LCM, which is nothing but 13 into 3. If I multiply, this becomes 11 by 13 into 13 into 3. 11 into 3 is 36, 33. 0 into anything is 0. 2 by 3 into 13 by 13 into 3. It is 2 into 13, 26. That means, can I say that it is 33, 0 and 26. The two ratios or the two vessels are mixed in the ratio Q1 by Q2, named as P2 minus P, which is minus 26, divided by P minus P1, which is nothing but minus 26 minus 33. It is minus 7. So the ratio in which the two mixtures are mixed is nothing but Q1 is to Q2, which is nothing but 26 is to 7. Now I believe that till here it is very clear for you people. But what I am 100% sure about this problem is, in the second vessel, there is no water, there is no milk parameter, and the entire 35 liters of water parameter from the second vessel is poured into this third vessel to mix it with the first vessel. That means, the mixture or the water quantity which is present in the second vessel is not 7 liters according to the ratio, but according to the question it is 35 liters. 7 is becoming 35 multiplied by 5. 26 also multiplied by 5. 26 into the 5 is, it is 130. That means, the first vessel has a total quantity of how much? 130 liters. But according to the ratio, first quantity milk and water ratio is 11:2. In the first quantity, in the first vessel, milk and water is 11:2. According to ratio, 11 liters of milk, 2 liters of water, totally 13 liters of mixture in first vessel. But question says it is not 13, it is 130. 13 should become 130. multiply by 10. Question they are asking, pure milk how much is there in first vessel? It is 11 into 10, 110. Simple way of solving, sir. I do not want you people to use some variables called as 11x and 2x or 2y, whatever it is, and I do not definitely want you to use any formulas and keep on wasting your time. This is one of the best method to be implemented, which we will consider as ANC way of solving. I hope the idea is very very clear for each and every student who is listening to this particular video. See the next question. Again one another beautiful question. Please see this question, sir. If X beakers of 100 ml containing 1:4 acid water solution are mixed with Y beakers of 200 ml containing 3:17 acid water solution, then the ratio of acid water in the resultant solution becomes 19:91. Find X is to Y. Now see here. First case they are giving the acid water ratio as 1:4 and totally there are X beakers of 100 ml. 100 ml can it is. It is a vessel of 100 ml each and there are totally X beakers. How much is the value of X? We don't know, which we need to find it. Similarly, there is another ratio which is given for acid and water, which is nothing but 3:17, and this 3:17 ratio is a 200 ml can. It is a can of 200 ml each, and totally how many cans are there such like that? There are totally Y cans or Y beakers. We don't know what is the value of Y also, which we also need to find in this question. Now when I mix these two, the resultant solution will have acid and water in the ratio 19:91. The resultant solution has acid and water in the ratio 19:91. Find the value of X, find the value of Y, take the ratio of X and Y is the question. Find X is to Y is the question. Now see here, same logic, sir. I do not definitely want to change my logic and confuse you people. Acid and water are there. Take any one parameter, preferably I am taking acid. Out of total 1 plus 4, 5 units, 1 unit belongs to acid. Out of total 3 plus 17, 20 units, 3 units belong to acid. Out of total 19 plus 91, 110 units, 19 units belong to acid. Now I do not want to complicate by fractions. Take the LCM. LCM of 5, 20 and 110 is 220. I already taught you how to find the LCM in some other topics. Either I would have taught it or probably you would have attended Anil sir's class also to find the LCM. Take the bigger number 110. 110 is a multiple of 5. Yes, agreed. 110 is not a multiple of 20. So 110 cannot be the LCM. Take the next multiple of 110, 220. 220 is a multiple of 5. 220 is also a multiple of 20, so that should be my LCM. That is the reason I am multiplying with LCM, right? If I simplify 220 into 1 by 5, it is 44. 220 into 3 by 20, it will be 33. 220 into 19 by 110, it is 38. I hope you are understanding the logic, sir. Now if I want to find Q1 by Q2 ratio, Q1 by Q2 ratio is 33 minus 38 is minus 5 divided by 38 minus 44 is minus 6. Minus by minus becomes positive. That means can I say that the two quantities are mixed in the ratio 5:6. The two quantities in vessel 1 and vessel 2, in first type of vessel and second type of vessel, are mixed in the ratio 5:6. But think logically, sir. They are saying that the first type of vessel, it is always 100 ml can. The can is of capacity 100 ml. The can is of capacity 100 ml. That means if you are writing 5 here and each can is of capacity 100 ml. This should be a multiple of 5. It should also be a multiple of 100. So this I will take it as 500. So first can or first capacity is 500 ml. If it is 500, the next one should be 600, because the ratio should be 5:6, right? It should be 600. Now think logically. First variety, totally 500 ml of liquid is present. Totally 500 ml of liquid or totally 500 ml of mixture is present, and each can in the first variety can only accommodate 100 ml each. Only it can accommodate 100 ml each, and total capacity which is there in the first variety is 500 ml. That means how many such beakers are there? X beakers. X value is nothing but 5 right now, because 1 can capacity is 100, 5 cans capacity is 500 ml. X is equal to 5. Similarly, the second variety of liquid, totally 600 ml is present right now. Totally I have 600 ml with me, but each can in the second variety will have capacity of 200 ml each. That means every can contain 200 ml, and totally you have 600 ml. So totally such beakers, Y such beakers are there. So Y value should be how much? 3, because first can is 200, second can also contain 200, third can also contain 200, 200 plus 200 plus 200. Total capacity of 600 will be taken care of. X is to Y is what they are asking. X value is 5, Y value is 3, X is to Y is 5 is to 3. A beautiful question which can be solved. I hope the idea is very, very clear for you people, sir. Excuse me. Now please see the another variety of questions in this beautiful topic. Now see here, sir. Your question is, a liquid P is 9 by 7 times as heavy as water. That means, can I say that they are saying that liquid P is 9 by 7 times as heavy as water, or I can also write this as P divided by water is 9 by 7, or in simple language I can also write it as liquid P is the first parameter, water is the second parameter. If there are 9 liters of liquid P, then the water will be 7 liters, right? Then the water will be 7 liters. This is the meaning of the first statement. Continue the statement, sir. And water is 12 by 7 times as heavy as another liquid Q. Water is 12 by 7 times as heavy as another liquid Q. Now, what will be Q in this case? Q will be 7 by 12 times of water. But how much is water? We took the water value as 7. Substitute. This is 7 by 12 times of 7. So Q value will be, it is 7 into 7, 49 divided by 12. That means if liquid P contains 9 liters, then water will be 7 liters and liquid Q will be 49 by 12 liters. But I hate solving by using fractions, which you are aware of. I don't like using fractions. I don't want this 12 in the denominator. Multiply the entire thing by 12. 12 into 9 is 108. 12 into 7 is 84. 49 by 12 into 12 is 49. That means I can rephrase my question as, if liquid P is 108 liters, then liquid Q will be 49 liters, provided water will be 84 liters. Now think little logically, sir. Read the question once again. Liquid P is 9 by 7 times as heavy as water. That means you are comparing P with water. Similarly, second statement says water is 12 by 7 times as heavy as another liquid Q. You are comparing Q with again water. That means who is that one person who is the intermediate of liquid P and Q in this case? That person water, that person called as water is there with P also. The same person water is also there with liquid Q. That means the person who is the intermediate person or the resultant person for both the other two people P and Q is nothing but water. That should be the resultant value. That means if P is 108, then liquid Q will be 49 and water will be how much? 84. This will be the resultant. If I allocate P by Q ratio is nothing but 49 minus 84. It is minus 35. 84 minus 108. It is minus 24. Minus by minus is positive, so I did not write those two negative signs. So P is to Q. P is to Q is nothing but 35 is to 24. Read the next statement, sir. We have not completed our entire question. How many liters of liquid Q must be mixed to 70 liters of liquid P so that the mixture may weigh as much as an equal volume of water? That means how many liters of liquid Q must be mixed to 70 liters of liquid P. That means according to the ratio, 35 liters of liquid P is mixed with 24 liters of liquid Q. But question says liquid P should not be 35 liters. It should be 70 liters. 35 into 2 is 70. 24 also multiply by 2. Beautiful way of solving by A and C, which will help you realize how a difficult question can be tackled in the most easiest way possible. I hope each and every student who is listening to the class should be extremely and supremely clear about all the concepts what we are discussing, sir. Next question, another question for your better understanding, another question for your practice, which is exactly similar to my previous question. See the question, please. Your question is, a liquid P is 15 by 8 times as heavy as water. So P is 15 by 8 times as heavy as water. This can be written as P by W is 15 by 8. That means if I take P value as 15, then water value will be 8. That is the meaning of it. Continue further. And water is 20 by 13 times as heavy as another liquid Q. Again the intermediate person here is water. Water is 20 by 13 times as heavy as Q. Water value I substituted here as 8. 8 is equal to 20 by 13 times of Q. That means 2 into 4 is 8, 2 into 10 or 4 into 2 is 8, 4 into 5. This is better. So Q will be equal to 26 by 5. That means in simple language, if P is having 15 rupees, then W will have 8 rupees in his pocket and Q will have 26 by 5 rupees in his pocket. Hold on, sir. I did not like that word called as 26 by 5. It's a fractional value. I hate it. It's a fractional or a decimal value. Convert to whole number. Multiply by 5. 15 into 5 is 75. 8 into 5 is 40. 26 by 5 into 5 is 25. That means in simple language, once again I can say that if P is having 75 rupees, then Q will have 26 rupees. The intermediate person W, which is playing a role with both P and Q, will have 40 rupees. That means P, if it is 75, Q will be 26, W will be 40, which is the resultant. Now, what is the question? How? First of all, let us find P by Q ratio. Then we will read the question. 26 minus 40 is minus 14. 40 minus 75 is minus 35. So it is minus by minus plus. It is 14 is to 35. The meaning of 14 is to 35 is nothing but, what is the meaning of 14 is to 35? Yes, I can further simplify, right sir? 7 into 2 and 7 into 5. Right, it is 2 is to 5. The meaning of 2 is to 5 is, if P is contributing 2 rupees, then Q will contribute 5 rupees. Or in simple language, let me read the question, you will understand it better. How many liters of liquid P must be mixed to 22.5 liters of liquid Q so that the mixture may weigh as much as an equal volume of water? That means, how many liters of liquid P must be mixed to 22.5 liters of liquid Q? That is according to question, according to the ratio. 2 liters of liquid P is mixed with 5 liters of liquid Q. But question says it should not be 5 liters of liquid Q. It is 22.5 liters of liquid Q. 5 should become 22.5. Multiply by 4.5. 5 into 4.5 is 22.5 only. 2 also multiply by 4.5. 4.5 into 2. Answer for this beautiful question is 9 liters. I hope the idea should be very clear for you, sir. There are varieties of problems that we are solving in allegation. So many different varieties of problems is what we are solving in allegations. I believe you are understanding each and every model. That is very, very important for you people. Next variety of question. See here. Again, this is another variety of question where we need to find the number of people, number of boys and girls separately, all those things. Again, a beautiful variety of question. See here, sir. Your question is, an amount of 194 rupees was collected from 150 students. Totally there are 150 students in the class. Totally there are 150 students. And from these 150 students, total money collected is 194. This is the first statement. Let us understand statement by statement. Second statement. Each boy gives 1.2 rupees and each girl gives 1.4 rupees. Now see here. There are some boys in the class. I don't know how many of them are boys. And there are some girls in the class. Again, I don't know how many girls are there in the class. There are some boys and there are some girls in the class. Totally boys and girls combined together is given in the question as 150 students. Similarly, totally each boy is giving 1.2 rupees. Now suppose for example, instead of taking, let the initial number of boys be x, and out of total 150, if boys are x, girls will be 150 minus x. Instead of doing all those varieties of different methodologies which will kill our time because it is variable usage method, what I will simply do is, I don't know how many boys are there, but what I will do is, I will assume that all 150 students are boys. I will assume initially that all 150 students are boys. If one boy is giving 1.2 rupees, 150 boys will give 150 into 1.2 rupees. That means if all the students are boys, total money that would have been collected is 180 rupees. But total money is not 180. Total money collected is 194. So all 150 cannot be boys. Similarly, assume that all the 150 students are girls. If one girl is giving 1.4 rupees, 150 girls will give 150 into 1.4, which is 210 rupees. That means if all the students are girls, total money that would have been collected is 210, but the actually total money collected is 194. So all the students cannot be girls. So what we understood is, all students cannot be boys, all students cannot be girls. There will be some boys and there will be some girls. total of 150 students will be present. Now see here, because the money collected is not 180, all the students are not boys. Because the money collected is not 210, all the students are not girls. But the total money collected is not 180, not 210, but actually it is how much? 194, which is nothing but my average value or the resultant value. If I allocate, I will get boy by girl ratio. Boy by girl ratio is 210 minus 194. 210 minus 194, it is 16, divided by 194 minus 180, it is 14. It is 2 into 8, 2 into 7. Boy by girl ratio is 8 is to 7. That means according to the ratio, there are 8 boys, there are 7 girls, totally 15 students. But the question says it is 150 students, right? Multiply by 10, simple. 8 also multiply by 10, boys are 80. 7 also multiply by 10, girls are 70. Answer for this question is 80 and 70. I hope you understood the concept of using allegations in these cases. Please see this next question. It is quite similar to my previous question of finding the number of boys and girls. More or less the similar kind of question, but let us practice this for our better understanding. In an examination, a student had to attempt all the 60 questions. Similar to the way it was given in the previous question as 150 students, in this question I am taking total of 60 questions. Every right answer carries 4 marks. And every wrong answer carries minus 1 mark. If his final score is 165, how many questions did he attempt correctly? Now see here, sir. There are some wrong answers which he marked. There are some right answers which he marked. There are totally 60 questions. Assume that all the 60 questions are wrong. For one wrong answer, it is minus 1 mark. For 60 wrong answers, it is minus 1 into 60. It is minus 60 marks. Similarly, assume that all the 60 questions are right. For one right answer, it is 4 marks. For 60 right answers, it is 60 into 4, 240 marks. But whatever the student who has written the examination, he did not get minus 60 marks, so he did not get 240 marks also, but actually the marks, his final score what he got is 165. That means all of them are not incorrect. Similarly, all of them are also not correct, right? All of them are also not correct. Everything is not incorrect, everything is also not correct. There are some incorrect answers, there are some correct answers. How many question did he attempt correctly is your answer, is your question. Now see here, wrong by right I will get if I allocate 240 minus 165, it is 75, divided by 165 minus of minus 60, 165 plus 60, 225, 75 into 1, 75 into 3. Wrong by right ratio is 1:3. According to the ratio, 1 wrong question, 3 right questions, totally 4 questions. But question says it is not 4 questions totally. Question says there are total of 60 questions. 4 should become 60. Multiply by 15. How many questions did he attempt correctly? The question 3 is according to the ratio. Question also says it is 3 into 15. 45. Suppose if the question is how many questions did he attempt wrongly, 1 into 15 should be the answer in that case. But as per this question, as of now, how many questions did he attempt correctly is what is being asked. Answer for this question is 45. Please see the next question. Again, this is a very good question. One of the way of solving this question, you can solve it by using profit, loss and discount concept. Another way of solving is by allegations, which I am using right now in this particular class. Now see here, your question is, if goods are purchased for 450 rupees, total cost price for me to purchase the goods is 450. That is one of the condition or statement which is given in this question. If goods are purchased for 450 rupees, one third of them are sold at 10 percentage loss. One third of them are sold at 10 percentage loss. Then at what profit percentage should he sell the remaining to gain 20% on the whole? Now see here, sir. Let us understand in a little easier way. Suppose for example, okay, what can I take? Suppose for example, there is a water bottle. Diagram is not drawn to the scale. I am not that good in drawing. So there is a water bottle. This is the cap, right? This is the water bottle, sir, right? This is the water bottle. Now see here. What I can say is, this cap, I am just saying for your explanation purpose, this cap is one third of the product. Out of the total product is the entire water bottle. Out of total product, cap is one third of the product, and the remaining bottle is remaining two third of the product, right? The remaining is nothing but the another two third of the product. So totally 1/3 plus 2/3 is nothing but one entire product. I hope you are understanding. Now what they are saying is, this cap, one third of the product, it is sold to a different person at 10 percentage loss. That means, can I say that 10 percentage loss means, if the total product is costing 100 rupees, then I am having 10 rupees loss. That means 10 percentage loss is also nothing but money only, right? It is also something like money factor only. So P1 is 10 percentage loss. Because it is loss, I am putting a negative sign. Similarly, and how much product is sold at 10 percentage loss? One third of the product, only the cap is sold at 10 percentage loss. So only the cap, one third of the product is sold at 10 percentage loss. Then at what profit percentage should he sell the remaining? Remaining is another two third of the product. I do not want to have loss in my life. Already 10 percentage I have lost it. That does not mean that I will keep having losses in my life. I want to convert this loss to profit. That means this remaining product of two third of the product, I should sell it at some profit percentage. At what profit percentage should you sell the remaining two third of the product? How much quantity it is? It is two third of the product, so that you will gain 20 percentage on the whole transaction. Whole transaction on an average, you are gaining 20 percentage. Again I am repeating the question, sir. Initially I sold one third of the product at 10 percentage loss. Yes, I agree that I am having loss in this business. How much loss? 10 percentage loss I am having initially. Yes, I totally agree. But that really does not mean that I should have loss in future also. I will plan in such a way that whatever the loss I had of 10 percentage, I will convert it to profit. Yeah, I will definitely convert it to profit. I still have the remaining two third of the product left with me. I will sell that remaining two third of the product in such a profit that if I go to my home, if I count the entire money at the end of the day, I should feel like, or I should get that I had a total overall profit at the end of the day as 20 percentage. That means, even though I had a 10 percentage loss at the beginning, I want to make 20 percentage profit at the end of the day. If I want to make 20 percentage profit at the end of the day, at what profit percentage should I sell the remaining two third of the product is the question. I hope the question is very, very clear for you, sir. Now, once I draw this diagram, it is never a difficulty. We have seen this in our concept. Q1 by Q2 is P2 minus P divided by P minus P1. Q1 is 1/3 divided by Q2 is 2/3. 3 and 3 cancels. It is 1/2. P2 minus P, it is x minus 20 divided by P minus P1. it is 20 minus of minus 10, it is 30. So it is 2 into 1, 2 into 15. 15 into 1 is 15. Shift this minus 20 to the right hand side. X value is 35%. One last time I am repeating the question by putting this 35% in my statement, saying that although I had a loss of 10% by selling 1/3 of the product, I will sell the remaining 2/3 of my product at 35% profit, so that my entire profit at the end of the day should become 20% on the whole. This is the beauty of this question. I hope the idea is very clear for you people.